Hello everyone, welcome to TryRite. This is Pack 365, myself Sujit. So, in this session, we are going to learn the new pattern program. Okay, as of now, I need to print the space as well as this pattern also. Before here, there will be no space I need to print. Okay, now I need to print space as well as this pattern. So how to print, we are going to see now. So guys, just see here I'm copy this pattern. Okay, so I need to copy this pattern only. So yeah, come to my pen, I'll paste here. Okay, so now guys, just see if I need to generate only 5. So by the help of one concept called 5 comma 6, I can generate this 5. Okay, here I need to generate 5. Now if my requirement will be I need to generate 5 comma 4. So here I need to give 4 comma 6. Okay, then here it will be printing 4 5. Here if I'm keeping 3 comma 6, so here it will be printing 3 4 5. Okay, here it will be printing 2 comma 6, so it will be printing 2 3 4 5. Okay, now if I'm giving 1 comma 6, so here it will be printing 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, as of now, we are generating this number, but in a different way. Now here, to change this concept to here, we are going to print the spaces also. So for the first row, how many space we want, we are going to take care. For the first row, I need to take 4 spaces. For the second row, I need to print 3 spaces. For the third row, I need to print 2 spaces. For the fourth row, I need to print 1 spaces. For the 5th row, I need to print 0 spaces. Okay, so guys, if you see here, every time my space will be starting from whatever the norm minus 1. If I'm keeping 6, so my space value will be becoming 5. So if I'm directly creating a variable and I will be assigning my space value becoming space equal to num minus 1, so it will be start implementing. So now we are going to build this logic only. So here I need to print, check it once. Okay, so now I need to generate first for my row. So for row in range, okay, here I need to keep num comma 0 minus 1 5. I am taking this one. Come to here, you can get a clear picture on that. Because I need to generate this 5 4 3 2 1, because 6 will be constant. Okay, that's why here I am keeping from the 5 to 1, I need to generate. That's why I'm here using norm comma 0, because up to 1 I want. Okay, now I need to print these spaces. So for this space, I need to create a variable called space. And here for the dynamic purpose, I need to give norm minus 1, because if I'm changing the input also at that time, it will needs to be going to print the same logic only. So now I need to print for space. So here I'm using for SP in range. Okay, so here I am directly past my space. After this, every time I need to use my space to print each and every space in a line, I am using my glue character also space. Then I need to use my column. Okay, in the column I need to print this pattern. Okay, row num plus 1. Okay, why I'm keeping num plus 1, guys? If you see here, if I'm changing my input number to 7, so we need to print up to 6, guys, right? That's why based on my number, I need to update this one. So here I am giving num plus 1. After it, every time I need to print the column value. To print in a single line, we are using end function. After every line, we need to send the controller to the next line, because we are using end function. Okay, after each and everything, I need to decrease my space. So here I am using the space minus 1. Now if I'm going to run this one, so it will be giving me the same output. Okay, if I'm giving 5, it will be giving me. If I am changing the user input also, still it will be giving me the correct output. That means this is the correct way to get this number. Okay, now the second pattern for the session will be I need to print this number. If you see in the previous and this example, there are similarity, but here my 5 will be constant, but here my 5 will be constant here. So to how to implement, we are going to see now. So here I'm keeping track and I'll take a new color. Okay, so here I'm testing. So how to generate this 5? Okay, if I'm keeping 5 comma 4, so it will be generating 5. Okay, if I'm keeping 5 comma 3, because every time I need to generate this number in my column. Okay, that's why I'm every time I just give you this logic. So here it will be printing 5 comma 4. Here if I'm keeping 5 comma 2, so it will be printing 5, 4, 3. Okay, guys, every time if you see, I'm printing 5 comma 4 means it will be starting from greater to smaller. So every time you need to give your negative slicing, okay, or negative updation. If you are not passing, so it will be printing 5, 5, 5 every time. Okay, here again I need to printing 5 comma 1 comma minus 1. So in this case, it will be printing 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, here I need to take 5 comma so 0 because I need to print up to 1. That's why here I need to take minus 1. Here I need to take 5 comma 4 comma 3 comma 2 comma 1. So as of now I'll be generating this one. For this space I need to generate for this one only. For the first row I need to take 4 spaces. For the second row I need to print 3 spaces. Half of this code will be same. Only we need to change this concept because here the 5 value will be constant. So here we need to generate 4 to 0. So how to generate if I'm keeping this for this row equal to num minus 1 comma minus 1 minus 1. Because if I'm directly passing, then it will be only printing for number 5. If I'm changing, then it will be creating. So here every time it will be start printing for num minus 1. Okay, now I need to take for the user input. So here I need to copy this one and I will paste here. Okay guys, now first I need to print for my row. So for row in range, okay, here I need to give num minus 1 comma minus 1, the updation value also minus 1. So to print this space I need to create a space character, okay, space variable. So space equal to num minus 1 only. Now I need to print for this space. So for sp in range, okay, here directly I need to pass this space. After every space, I need to print in a single line. Okay, to print in a single line, I am using my end function. After every space, I need to print for this value. So here I am directly using this range and here I need to pass this logic. So num comma row minus 1. So if guys see here, every time it will be start implementing based on my row. Okay, if you understand this logic, you can, if your interview changing the input also, you can find like in a easy way. So that's why I need to take the course from this scratch. Okay, still if you have any doubt, you can directly contact to try it. Okay, now if I need to going to run this one, so how the controller will going to work, we're going to see now. So if I'm passing 5, it will be start printing 5, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2 because for the row it will be generating from 5. Okay, it will be taking 5 and for this space as of now my norm value will be 5. So 5 comma 1 it will be run for 4 times. So here it will be printing 4 spaces. After it will be printing spaces, I need to send this controller to my next line. So here I need to use this column. Okay, so this column will be starting for norm. My num value will be becoming 5 and my row value, as of now my row value will be becoming 4. So 5 comma 4 it will be only generating 5. So this is the control flow or the each and every iteration for this code. Okay, now the next code for this session will be, now my requirement will be I need to print 1, sorry, 1. Okay, here I'm keeping 1, 1. Then here I need to keeping 2, 2, 2. Okay, then 3, 3, 3, 3, again 3. Here I need to print 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, and 4. Guys, if you see here, we need to print this number also and also this space also. So to how to generate each and everything, we are going to discuss. So first I need to take a new color for this one. So guys, just see for the first row, okay, what I need to print. Okay, print. And what about my space? Okay, each and everything we are going to see now. For the first row, I need to print 1. And how many spaces, guys? If you see 1, 2, 3. So 3 spaces. Whenever my input value becoming 5, okay, make sure that for the changing of this input also, it must need to work same. Okay, now for the row 2, I need to print 2, and for the space will be becoming 2. Okay, for the row 3, okay, here my number value will be becoming 4 only. Okay, for the row 3 I need to print 3 and my space value becoming 1. For the row 4 I need to print 4 and my space value will be becoming 0. Now how to print and every logic we are going to see now. Guys, just see to print the space if I'm keeping, okay, for this space if I'm keeping, okay, so space equal to num minus 1, sorry, num minus row, because if you see here my num value will be becoming 5. If I'm generating this row value becoming 1 comma num plus 1, so it will be easily generating, guys, right? If I'm keeping my row equal to 1 comma num plus 1, so it will be generating 1 comma up to my 4 I want. So because here my input value becoming 4, so it will be generating up to 4. Now for the first row, my norm value becoming 4 and my row value will be becoming 1. So it will be printing 3. Then 1 minus 2, because it will be updating my row value. So it will be becoming 2. Every time when my row value will be updating, my output also to be getting updating. So as of now we are getting how to print this row and how to print this space. Now we are going to take care about that, how to print this star, okay, or how to print this value. Guys, just see every time my value will be starting from 1 only. If I'm number value will be 5 also, so it will be start implementing for 5, right, guys? As of now, if you see here, the value will be incrementing 2 times. Okay, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, just like that. So if I'm keeping a value called 1 and every time after one iteration, after one row, if I'm updating plus 2, so it will be generating. So now for the column, if I'm keeping, okay, here I need to give row plus 2. Okay, based on my row, if I'm going to print, it will be directly printing that particular thing. Why, guys, I'm printing this row? Because row will be generating this number. That's why here I'm using. So now we are going to see this logic. Okay, so I just copy this one. So just a second. I need to copy. Yeah. Now we are going to start implementing. So first we need to take for my value, because every time it will be start from this one only. Now I need to take to generate my row number. Okay, here it will be generating for row in range. I need to generate 1 comma num plus 1. After I am getting, I need to print for my space. So here for this space, I need to take for SP in range num minus row. If you see here, my num value will be 5. Okay, if I'm giving 4 also, it will be activating, and for the 5 also it will be activating. Every time it must need to print space only. To print this space in a single line, we are using this end function. After every space, I need to print this column value also. So here I need to give the column value, how many time it need to work, because here we know that it will be starting from one time. Then every time we are just use this 1 plus 2. Okay, so here I'm give that. Then what I need to print, because here we don't need to print this column, you need to print 1, because in the previous every time it will be start incrementing this number value only. Guys, just see here it will be printing star, but as of now I need to print this number. So this number will be generating from my row. So here I am directly passing row, and here I am use my end function to print in a single line. After every row, I need to send my controller to next line, and after every row will be printing, I need to update my value plus 2. Okay, because it will be every time it will needs to updating it to 2. As of now, my value will be becoming 1. So it will be generating for one time. Okay, then if I'm keeping for 2, so 1 comma 2, it will be becoming 3. So it will be generating 3 times. Okay, now if I'm going to run this one, also if I'm changing for the user input also, still it will be give me the same output. Now if I'm giving 5, it will be giving me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now if I'm giving for 4 also, it will be give me for this 4. So every time most sure that you need to give your run for this code for different user input. Okay guys, now I need to print this logic. Okay, now I need to print 4, means I need to print based on this condition only. Now if you see here I need to print 7 times. So 4, 4, 4 and 4. Here I need to print 3, 3, 3, 3 and 3. Here I need to print 2, 2, 2. Here I need to print 1. But before it will be start from 1, but here it will be start from 4. So here we don't take the manual value. Okay, so how to take this manual value and everything we are going to see now. Okay, so here I am just copy this one and I need to paste in my Paint. So how it will be going to happen, we're going to see now. So here I am pasting this, we're going to build this logic. Okay, now guys, if I'm keeping my norm value will be becoming 4. For the first row, what I need to print and how many space I want. Okay, so the first row I need to print 4, and here the space value becoming 0. For the second row I need to print 3 and my space value becoming 1. For the third row I need to print 2 and my space value becoming 2. And my fourth row I need to print 1 and my space value becoming 3. Because every time when I need to print, it will be start decrementing, and for this space it will be incrementing. If you see here how many time it needs to print, that will be a more difficult. So first we need to generate this row. So to generate this row, we are using norm comma 0 minus 1. Why I am taking this norm? Because I need to use this 4, 3, 2, 1 only. That's why here it will be printing 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I am getting my row. Now I need to print for my space. Okay, so for my space, if you see here, it will be starting from 0, right? If I'm giving directly 0, and every time if I'm incrementing also, it will be getting activated. So also space will be clear. Now I need to generate how many time, because as of now it will be printing for 7 time. Okay, here I'm printing 7. Then for this one it will be printing 5. For this one it will be printing 3, and for this one it will be printing 1. So how to generate for this column? If I'm passing 2, okay, into row minus 1. Okay, so now we are going to check. So here if I'm typing 2 into my row value, first my row value will be becoming 4, because we are generating this 4. So 2 into 4 minus 1, it will be give me 7. Here my column, my row value will be updating. So it will be giving me 3. So 3 into 2, it will be becoming 6. 6 minus 1, it will be giving me 5. Here again, I need to update my row number. So it will be becoming 2. So 2 into 2, 4. 4 minus 1 will be 3. Again, 2 into 1. It will minus 1. 2 into 1. 2 minus 1, it will be 1. So guys, just see, it will be generating row, space and column. Now we are going to implement in this code only. Okay, so here I am taking this number input, so I am pasting. First I need to take for this space. Okay, so for this space I need to give manually 0. Now I need to generate for this row. So for row in range, I need to generate for num comma 0 minus 1 up to 1. I need to print. That's why again I need to print for space only. Okay, here I am using range. Directly I need to pass my space value. After every space, I need to print each and every space in a single line. I will be use my end. After I need to print for my column. So for call in range, here I need to give this condition 2 into row minus 1. After that, here if I'm passing, so it will be printing 4, 3, 2, 1. But here I'm printing only 4. So here I'll be giving direct my row value. Then here I'm using end and here I'm using the end function to print in a single line. After every line, I need to print a print function because I need to send the controller to next line. After every space, I need to update my space value. So here I am using space plus 1. As of now, my space value becoming 0. So after it one time updating, it will be becoming 2. Now if I am going to run this one, also I am giving some different user input also. So it will be give me the correct output. Guys, just see, if I'm giving 5 also, it will be start implementing. If I'm giving for the fourth also, it will be give me the same output. If I'm giving for different output called 10 also, it will be give me the same output. So this is all about my pattern program and this number program. Okay, that's all for this session. Okay, thanks for watching. Try right.